My lady, if I may, I clearly remember hearing imp demons in the void along with her. It must have been the Demon Lord's henchmen.
It's always goddamn imps.
Those terrible creatures. That explains it.
I know, it explains everything. They're annoying. They always interrupt me. And they're the reason I attacked Diana. Diana crossed her arms and looked at me again.
Well, dear, it seems that you were to be either a new harem girl for the Demon Lord to ravish, or bait for the boys to return to their father's side. Either way, I doubt you would have lived long had the Demon Lord gotten his hands on you.
You already told me that, though. I felt a shiver run up my spine. Was it true? I would have died?
Wait a minute. This girl knows about the Demon Lord's heirs?
Seriously, just like, current word or something doesn't, like, travel around, oh my god, the Demon Lord's sons have left, they've gone to the human world, one's getting married. Does this, like, not travel across the Demon world anywhere? Do they not have a gossip section or anything at all?
Yes. Hilariously enough, she was set to marry one of them, as you can see from her garb.
Still am set to marry one, thank you very much. I'm planning to finish it. As I motioned towards my dress, I finally realized how vulnerable I was and felt extremely self-conscious. I wrapped my arms around myself as Diana let out a sigh.
Well, since you do not belong here, the obvious thing to do is to send you home.
Oh, well, thank you. I couldn't help but stare wide-eyed at Diana. She really was going to send me home. Really, I couldn't believe my ears. You will really send me home? Especially after the fact I already attacked you and literally tried to kill you 5 minutes ago? I'm so sorry about that.
Of course. It should be easy to do once everything is in order. It'll be like you never left the human world.
And then, of course, realization hits me. I left the human world at some point, and apparently I thought that I was normal people dressed up for Halloween. What do you mean, left the human world? Diana stared before chuckling softly and gesturing to the room and beings within it.
Dear, do you not realize where you are? You are in the demon world.
My mind went blank. I couldn't be. Could I be in the demon world? No way. No way in hell. I felt myself back up against the wall behind me, suddenly afraid I was in another world. How? That was impossible. Diana stepped towards me, both of her hands softly trying to show me she meant no harm, as she positioned them in front of her body.
Do not panic. We will send you back now, so there's nothing to worry about.
You say that, and yet the Demon Lord will be a butt. So I have many... Oh, yes, not to mention, word of warning for everybody present here in this room. Our main character suffers with recurring nightmares. So, yes, don't expect to sleep anytime soon. Just for you to be aware.
How will you power the spell? Bringing someone here is no easy task. But sending someone back consumes much more energy.
Thank you, Bunny. I do not know what that one's called. I know the fairy one is called Faye. This one's called Shadow. I can't remember what your name was. I'm pretty sure you're called Bunny. But I'm going to call you Bunny anyway.
I'll use what energy I have now and rest. We can organize the siege another time when I fully recover. It's not like the Demon Lord can escape the corner we've trapped him in. So we do have some time to spare.
You'd waste time and energy on this human. We must strike now while the Demon Lord is weakened.
Shush.
But the human doesn't belong here. She needs to go home.
No mention I doggone confused you, don't I, weird fairy thing?
Shall I prepare the return spell?
Do. I grant you permission to use my energy to power the spell.
With a nod, the lanky man held out his hands towards the wall. I looked over in the direction it was aimed at. Diana Shadow! Hello again, weird creepy thing. Nice to see you again. You were in my mirror earlier, so yeah. Makes a change to see you on the wall. Not really. Diana Shadow. As I watched the shadow simply stood against the wall, mirroring the movement of the real succubus in the room, both my eyes, the shadow began to morph and expand on the wall on its own. Just put my little headset in. I look back to Diana, see her wrap her arms around herself and curl her shoulders over as if she was in pain. Her nails embedded themselves into her forearms, and I could barely make out a painful hiss escaping her clenched teeth. Was the spell hurting her that badly? I turned back to the wall to see Diana's shadow, shaking and vibrating as it was resisting the change the man was forcing on it.
You will obey my command. Open the gates to the void, and allow passage to the world we seek.
Transitum per renan peto tranibris. Ubi aperiut. Iano ium. Decidir.
Upon Diana's final word, her shadow bursted and expanded into an oval-shaped doorway. I stared wide-eyed at the passage before a hand placed itself on my shoulder, forced me to look over to the one with the spear, gently pressing my shoulder forward and looking down at me with an almost stern look.
You must leave now. The faster you leave, the quicker we can close the void.
Go! Go! Go get married!
I quickly nodded and lifted the bottom of my dress, stepping forward to make a run for the passageway. However, before I could bolt towards my freedom, a snarl echoed through the room.
How dare you interfere with my summoning!
Now, he does take his time to realise when somebody's interrupted the summoning, doesn't he? At that very moment, Diana began to scream, arching her spine and throwing her head back. Around her body were red-tinted bolts of lightning, flashing and shocking her foam.
No! Human! Use the passage! Now!
He didn't have to tell me twice. I pulled her towards the portal, diving forward as I neared it, but I was forced back by a burst of energy and a flash of red light. I fell to the floor, almost slamming my head onto the stone. No!
A human will never, ever leave this world alive! You spineless worm!
Close the portal! The Demon Lord might get through!
But the human...
Close it!
As commanded, the man pulled his hand back, visually forcing his arm back behind his body, and Diana's shadow quickly began to morph back into a simple shadow. The electricity around Diana faded away and she began to tip forward. The man with the spear dropped his weapon and caught Diana in his arms, cradling her to his body as she panted and gasped for air.
I don't sense the Demon Lord anywhere.
That's good.
The worm has to scurry through the shadows to try and fight back. He'll be dead soon enough.
How is she, guard?
Diana seemed to look uninjured, but her body was twitching from the aftermath of the magical attack. Her visible eyes were shut tight as she dug her fingers into the guard's jacket to cling to him. As her eyes opened, I saw not a blood ruby red colours, but I saw a cold and unfriendly gold colour painted over her iris. Her mouth opened as she panted for air, and I could see hunger in her facial expression. But she continued to stare at the wall, not wanting to make eye contact with anyone.
There are no physical wounds, but she's been weakened. I must give her my energy so she can recover.
They have a lot of fun doing that. The man swiftly moved and hooked an arm underneath Diana's knee, lifting her up bridal style as she clung to his jacket, shivering. The spear had fallen to the floor, fading into black and purple mist as he quickly left the room with her in his arms. My mind, however, began to panic. I couldn't go home. Why was I being forced to stay? Damn the Demon Lord. That wasn't right.
There's an imp in the castle. That is the only way the Demon Lord could have been able to interfere.
You! Guards by the door! Hunt it down!
A pair of guards were apparently by the door, saluted to the one commanding them, and run off. I fell out of place, alone, terrified as to what was going to happen. The Demon Lord wanted me here, and his words pounded at my mind. How was I going to get home? Would I be able to get home?
Hey.
I looked up to see the winged person hovering near me before they moved and sat on their knees on the stone ground beside me.
We'll get you home, okay? Diana just needs a little rest, okay? She needs more than rest. She needs to use a different spell to send her back. The Demon Lord will expect her to use the shadow spell again.
How about the normal way? I'm sure we can connect to a witch, or even the warlock she used before, to reopen a portal to the human world.
The warlock she used to get to the human world died, remember? And he was the most powerful warlock in the human world, practically a god himself. What other human could be used to open a portal without another human dying?
It was merely a suggestion. The faster we get this human home, the faster we can move on and finish off the Demon Lord.
Well, what are we going to do with the human now?
We can give her a room to rest in.
Humans need sleep after all. Maybe by the time she wakes up, we'll think of a solution.
Come.
The woman with the rabbit ears looked down at me and lowered her hand to me, inviting me to take it. She had a kind but concerned expression on her face, so I trusted her. I slowly took her hand and began to stand up as the fairy figure brushed off the small patches of dust that accumulated on my dress. I couldn't do anything. I was forced to listen to the beings around me because there was nothing else I could do. Without them, I couldn't get home. My heart ached, but I had to accept my predicament.
Here, I'll bring you to the open ambassador's room. You are free to rest there for now.
Okay. I was led out of the room and into the hall. I kept my eyes down, trying to take in more of the situation I was in. I was trapped in the demon world, and Diana was out of commission. The demon lord had plans for me, but what exactly he was aiming for was anybody's guess. I could have been bait, I could have been revenge. I don't know, nor could I figure it out now. At least I was safe, at least I hope I was safe, and hopefully no more recurring nightmares. The woman led me to a room, practically screaming medieval fantasy. Everything was clean, but it still had an old-age feel, as if no one had ever stepped foot in the room until that moment.
Rest here for now. When Diana is well again, we can discuss what to do.
Thank you. I nodded to the woman before she gently curtsied and left, closing the door behind her. I took a moment to observe my surroundings, interested in understanding, the design of everything. It's like I've gone back in time, though I would have thought the demons would have kept up with time, but hey, it's magic for you. Despite the situation I was in, which was beyond heartbreaking and terrible, my curiosity began to fester in my mind. I was given a golden opportunity to learn something new. However, my thoughts began to drift, and I felt myself becoming weak and dizzy, no doubt from the shock and trauma I'd gone through. I stumbled towards the bed, needing to sit down and let everything settle in without passing out. As my rear hit the mattress, however, I let out a small sigh. Holy crap, this is a comfy mattress.